What's up out there? I am about to finish my fifth run through the Depths of Ruin here. I've got this set up to idle and I thought I'll just do a video for it. This is my standard account. I am sitting at level 53 hit points, level 51 magic, and level 46 prayer for whatever the difference that makes. Your mileage may vary. The gear that I have is basically ground out from a lot of the areas that came from before this. There's probably better gear. This is not best in slot. This is not optimized. And I'm getting about 1 clear per hour with this setup. So don't take this as like the best setup. But I was able to idle it, and I started this earlier today, and I thought, I'll just do a video about it in case people are struggling with it. This seems like a more straight up normal dungeon like we're used to. You don't have to have the gas mask or anything odd like that. There's no barrier damage or anything odd about this. So there's nothing special about the gear. The gear that I've selected is what gives me the most DPS on the final boss. And it's not like I said, it's not best in slot. It's just what seems to keep him dying faster than his heal will heal him is basically it. So what I'm running is the Blighting Amulet, and that applies Blight. We've got the Toxic Fume Wand, which applies Toxin, and we've also got the Blighting Gloves. There are better gloves that give you 3 or 4% abyssal resistance. I have not ground those out, so this is what I've got. This is kind of like a minimum viable build, I guess you'd call it. I am running the Wither Cape. It's got 5% abyssal resistance. I think that's the best cape that I've got. I am running the Woeful Gem. What I like about this is it gives the enemy a -1 max hit up to -10%, and then it resets. I like that because it reduces their max hit, so it keeps their max hit out from my auto eat, basically. Let's see, we've got the Abyssal Slayer Wizard Hat at the Ruiner level, and we've got the Abyssal Slayer Wizard Robes at the Ruiner level. I think it's level 55 is when I can upgrade these, so I'm kind of stuck with this, and I think I had to complete the the Depths of Ruin in order to upgrade it. So now that I've completed the Depths of Ruin, I just need to get to level 55, and then I can upgrade those. But they are better than the other gear that I've got. Like, I can't craft anything better, and I don't think there's anything that comes from any of the other places that are better than these at the moment. I'm running the Fear Protection Amulet. The only reason for the Fear Protection Amulet is because it's got 3% abyssal resistance. I think everything else has got like 2%. I don't think I've got anything better. Again, there might be something I could idle out or grind out from somewhere that is better, or something that offers more damage or something like that. But this, I don't have to worry about fear in this place. I just have to worry about the abyssal resistance. So that's why that's on there. We're running the Wither Guard Shield because it's got 9% abyssal resistance. We're running the Withered Legendary Wizard Legs fully upgraded, and the Wither Legendary Wizard Boots fully upgraded. The Obsidian Night Opal Ring, this is not necessarily all that great, but it's got 4% abyssal resistance. Yak tablets. I don't have enough tablets for anything else. I should have the Abyssal Witch on here along with this. This is just what I happen to have laying there. That's why I say it's minimum viable. I did go through and start working on the Stronghold of Blight. So I've got like this Blighted Enhancement for plus 20% damage taken from, gives the enemy plus 20% damage taken from laceration. Not sure how much that is actually going to apply because I don't think I'm doing laceration here. We've also got this other Blighted Enhancement, which gives food healing value. This other one's for harvesting, so it doesn't matter, but probably the only one that actually matters is this food healing value. I do have one of the higher end ones on here. Let's see. I do have the the superior one. I've only got one. I don't feel like losing it, so I'm not going to worry about running it. It basically just combines these things, and I don't know. I think it's fine. For prayers, I am running Deadshot, which gives you a faster attack interval and better accuracy, along with Evisceration, which gives the enemy minus 10% abyssal resistance and 12% of attackers' max hit points dealt as damage when hitting with an attack. So trying to keep the DPS as high as possible with what I've got, and to keep my abyssal resistance as high as possible. So you'll see that I don't have to worry about any of the trash mobs. I actually sat down and watched this fight through earlier, all the way from start to, well, when I hit the boss. Didn't have any issues with this. Got to the final boss, let it idle out, came back, it defeated it, everything was cool. So this setup works fairly well. For my spells, I am running Wither Eruption. I would run Nether Eruption, and I don't think I mentioned this yet, but if I did, apologies for redoing it, but I don't have the Nether runes, or I think it's Nether and Hex runes. I don't have any, so I need to work on my rune crafting and level that up to where I can, create a whole bunch of those runes and use the better spell. So there is some optimizations that I could do with more spell damage. And now that I've defeated this thing, I should be able to go and level up my rune crafting and get better pants and boots for this so that I would have more abyssal resistance. And that's what I probably need to do after I just wanted to idle this. Really, I want to idle this thing 10 times. We are on number 5. And once I hit number 10, I think I can get one of these upgrades out of it. I need to get 75 million. Yeah, I'm way off on the Abyssal Slayer coin. I need to get that leveled up. And let's see here. This says Depths of Ruin needs to be defeated 10 times. I've defeated it 5. So if I clear that out 5 more times, I'm going to get +3 max hit points, global evasion, and global accuracy. So I definitely want to pick that up. And like I said, this isn't the most optimized. It's not the fastest, definitely. But I figured I'd let this thing run all day. It'll probably run all night. I'll get my clears on it. I'll get some of the gear out of this thing. And I'll be able to buy that upgrade and then move on forward, probably with rune crafting or something like that. But anyway, hopefully this helps. I don't know if anybody's struggling with this. Like I said, I think it's fairly straight up to attack this dungeon. But thought I'd throw a video out anyway, since I'm able to just straight up idle it. I don't have to worry about just completing it once and then coming back to it later. I was just ready to go with the idle. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.